Morning. Happy Saturday. Hope everybody is doing well this morning, or afternoon, or evening, or wherever you may be. I'm back. It's been a couple weeks, but I am back and we're ready to finish cutting out this skirt. And then we can start putting it together. So that's always the really fun part, is getting it all put back together. Cut up a bunch of material and then put it all back together again in a different shape. So. Hey, good morning, Hella. How are you? Happy Saturday. Excuse me. Doing okay? That's good. I'm doing all right. It's been a short week for me, and yet a very long week somehow, so no, glad to be back on a Saturday. It's good. Alright, let's see if I can remember, what piece it was that I needed cut out. Hopefully it's the big piece that's sitting over here, and yeah, that looks about right. And I need to cut it once more on the blue fabric. Alright, and then I also need to cut the waistband. That's easily enough done. We'll do that one at the end. I am blonde now. This one just came in yesterday and I love it. Hey, good morning, Astro Gamer. How are you? Happy Saturday. Don't worry, I got also a purple and pink curly wig too, which I'll probably use also, I'm sure, but I just can't not with this one. Like, oh, it's so good. Doing good? Oh, good to see you again. Thank you. Good to see you. Hope you had a good week. And are enjoying your weekend so far. Alright, let's put this over here, and time to put this fabric. Is this enough? Oh, yeah, no, there's no way. No way. Potentially for the waistband, not for the rest of the skirt. Oh, unless that is what I have left. Is it really? Uh-oh. Is this really all I have left? Wait, how did that happen? I had enough. I was certain it was going to be close, but I had enough. Has me convinced that there's no escaping this, and I better. This is all the pieces. Yeah, these are the pieces that I've already cut. Oh, I'm blonder than you are, Ella. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, yes, I love it. I love the colors. Good morning, Title. Loving the blonde. Thank you. With your right accessories, you could cosplay an old-style flight attendant in that outfit of yours. Oh, thanks. Yes, so there's a store here that, unfortunately, they are no longer going to be brick and mortar. They are online only. Daisy Jones's Locker, and it is all sorts of this, rockabilly and retro vintage styles. And this was the first dress that I got from them, and well, okay, to say it's my first dress that I got from them, it's the only dress that I've gotten from them yet. But they have some really cute ones. I have a jumpsuit but I don't wear it very often because I've already hemmed it and it's still too long. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Yep. Oh, hello. What's going on? Alright. You know that store. You do? Nice. Yes, I love it. I love it. Well, I don't know exactly what I was thinking when I was certain that I was going to have enough fabric to cut out the rest, because, like, there is no way. There is no way. None of this is wide enough. Alright, okay, maybe right there is wide enough. But that's just gonna give me one piece. Did I hide more of this somewhere? Huh. Oh, thank you. Like the outfit too. It looks a bit like what we wore in the Disney stores when I worked there. Oh, you worked in a Disney store? That's cool. I was at a I don't know, fancy dress. We called the Time Travelers Ball at one of the events that I sort of work for. I volunteer for last year, and I wore it. And someone was like, "Oh, are you Agent Carter?" I'm like, I mean, I'm not, but I could be. Like, sure, it's close. And that's an alright comparison. Maybe if I just cut these out one piece at a time, maybe I'll have enough? I don't know. Maybe it looks narrower than it actually is. This way with it. Hear blondes have more fun, is this true? Ooh, we'll find out. Now, I've been blonde before. I've been like a platinum blonde, and I did enjoy that a lot. That was a very good look. I kind of miss my platinum. And I am a naturally kind of mousy, ashy blonde. Let's check this width. No, don't you fall down. Don't you fall down. Oh, you worked at Disneyland Paris. Nice. Long time ago. I thought about applying once to work at we don't in Midwest we don't have a Disneyland or a Disney World or anything, but we do have a theme park, Adventureland, and I considered working at that one. They have some costumed opportunities. But then I would have had to have lived closer to it through the summer, and they didn't pay as well as the job I had, so I didn't. Disneyland Corn Edition, right? Complete with one of the roller coasters was literally called the Tornado. I think it's still open. Yeah, I think that one's still open. I think they closed the Outlaw, but they left the Tornado. It's an old wooden one. Beats you up. Yeah, this isn't wide enough. Hey, what were you thinking? And this is probably why I was like so frustrated, because there's part of me that just knew this wasn't gonna work. Can I make this still work? Yes. I think. You have some bad news. Uh-oh, what's the bad news? I apparently have bad news too. This isn't gonna work. Right, this is obviously way too narrow. This would work, but I'm only gonna get one cut out of it, not two. Okay, whatever. Waistband time. It doesn't have to be as full. It's probably for the best that it's not as full. Let me get... Where does the zipper go? I could do just one more panel. Oh, I don't know that I would want to do that. Yeah, if the front and back weren't symmetrical, then I could do one more panel. But if I only do one more panel, that will be pretty horrific, so we're not going to do that. Oh, you're not going to be here for the whole stream? Oh, landlord has a showing of my place for a new tenant today. Oh, yikes. If they're a new tenant, you got a place to go after that? Are they kicking you out, or are you just moving on? Moving in February. February can be a dangerous time to move. You never know what the weather's gonna do. Could be really cold or not really cold. Well, I guess it depends on where, which hemisphere you're at. No, I'm not cutting another one of these. Hey, get it together. Put this away. Put this away. Cut the waistband. Was up maybe just a little bit too late last night. My brother and his gaming community are doing a 24-hour race on iRacing, and I stayed up till about 1:15 watching them, hanging out with them, waiting for the overnight crew to get on so I could say hello to them. And I finally gave up at 1:15, and at 1:30 they logged in. I was like, oh. Close to your family in Ohio. Nice. 80 degrees and sunny. Ugh. That sounds really nice. Significantly better than last weekend. Well, significantly warmer, I should say. I have family in Ohio. Got a brother in the Columbus area. Envelope, there's the envelope. Shorts and a t-shirt. Yeah. I'll keep wearing my down coat. I think it's like 28 degrees, 24 degrees. You'll soon have a better climate. Nice. Oh, 2 more weeks and you're leaving? Where are you leaving to? Oh, you'll not be that close to Columbus area? I mean, Ohio's pretty big. 28? Yeah, 28. It's chilly, but the sun's out today. It snowed again yesterday. Not much, but a little bit. I just need one waistband. But we're not going to cut it out of the giant piece that's left. We're gonna cut that out of something else. The other smaller pieces. Oh, this is so sad. It's fine. It's not that sad. It's okay. I don't even know how to fold this thing up now. So I'm not gonna. Whatever. It's fine. Blah. And I'm on a leash. I can't walk that way. You're gonna go see friends, but you're not saying where. I'll put pictures and you'll have to guess. Okay. Obviously something probably to the south of France would be my initial guess, but that's a lot. There's lots of places south of France. Is that wide enough? Is it long enough? I need to go to the 16. It is. It is wide enough. Huzzah. 16. Oh, but the piece isn't. No, the piece is long enough. Yes! Win. There will be many who will be very jealous. Heck yeah. Was it you last year you went to Croatia, I think? If I'm remembering right. That would have been in May, I think. And you were, I think, was that you? I was still pretty new to the Hell group, so I don't remember who exactly, but... Just one? Yes. Cut one of these, cut one of interfacing. You're in Croatia. It's not very expensive to go there. It's almost nearby. Oh, nice. Nice. Here in the landlocked United States, there's nothing really nearby that's not more United States. I had to pay 100 euros for the two the plane. Oh, okay. That's nothing. That's pretty great. I've got a friend in England, and he tells me he is just floored every time I tell him how much I had to pay for a ticket to another state. And like, you paid how much? I know. But I don't have any options, really. Short of driving, which, sure, I could do, but then that's going to be like a 24-hour drive instead of a 6-hour flight. And I'm still in the United States. The plane tickets are much more expensive this time. From New York to Paris, it's 300 euros. Hell! And 450 to Florida. And granted, I know that the dollar to the euro is not 1-to-1, but it was still... Well, it could have been closer to that 450, but that's just from Nebraska to Florida, or it was maybe a little less if I'm going to Las Vegas. Vegas is always cheap. They want people to get to Vegas. From Vegas is not as cheap. 16. €450 is about $490. No, okay, I paid a little less than that internally. So, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. but still, it's a significantly further distance than what I when I went. Or where, yeah. Transatlantic, you would think that would be so much pricier. And if I were to try to go transatlantic, like to you guys, pretty sure that would be closer to $1,000. Should come see you this summer. It's very hot, but I have a swimming pool. Ooh. I have yet to make it out of the States. I've seen Canada from, like, a distance. You're kind of banned from Canada. Oh no. And yet you always dream of going to Winnipeg. Ooh. Alright, I think I'm ready to cut this. This is gonna be done better standing. The sucky part about this is I'm gonna have to keep shifting the cutting mat. But whatever. It's not that big a deal. Wah, 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 wah. I have to shift the cutting mat every time I cut anything, so get over it, Kate. But maybe you'll go see Tidal Florida one day if he invites you. Yeah. I hear it's 80 degrees and sunny. In the dead of winter, no less. If you're nice. Like to go see Disney World? Yeah. Went to Disney World when I was 2. It was on my birthday. I vaguely recall the teacups, which is pretty good for being 2 years old, remembering that far back. I don't really remember anything else about it, but on my birthday, I got left at the hotel with Grandma, and my mom and dad and older brother went to Universal, I believe. I think it was Universal Studios. Which, I mean, I honest, no grudge. I just find that funny. On my birthday, I got left at the hotel. I was 2. I would literally never know if they hadn't have told me. Another projector, so I'm gonna need to change out this rotary blade. It is struggling. This getting really annoying. Stop catching on everything. No, it's not possible. You're never nice. Aw. You may be going to a Universal for your vacation too, but it's quite expensive. Yeah, they, when they say spare no expense, they mean you're gonna spare no expense. But I bet it's fun. If it doesn't give away where you're going, can you say if your Universal that you're going to has like the Harry Potter and everything? I don't know if that's all Universal Studios or if it's just the one in Florida. Alright, put that. Grab for some notches. Don't know exactly how it is. There are a lot of people saying it's small, but you'd like to try it anyways. Fair enough. Whoops. Universal is cool. Went there last month. Yes, like thrill rides. I'm an old child. Fun, fun. I have since been to Universal, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty fun. Lots to see, lots to look at. Didn't do any of the rides, but that's alright. There was so much else to do. that waistband piece and some interfacing. Let's... No, is any of this big enough for that piece?
Careful child, never they will fight. Mama,
Pretty sure this was a no. Nope. Definitely no. Alright.
so many times.
Alright, fine. We'll use the good stuff. The good stuff. Breaking out the good stuff.
And the other guys riding on backbiting.
Sorry. Keep hitting my microphone. Blasting out your ears.
What it takes, always gonna cry. The only thing that matters is you get what you decide. But I know for sure today will come when you first realize what
This
you let
is
down.
so much heavier than that other stuff. I like it.
Repaid and Avengers served on a cold plate. Do you hear the roll of the shutdown when the world will stop? Without a sound and a moment, you will cry for help. And we only think about ourselves, oh yeah.
I'm gonna cheat and use this edge as one whole edge, and then I don't have to cut anything on that side. Ha 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 ha.
When I heard you talking with that alluring sound, should have recalled the sirens and how then things went down. Living on the trenches, looking for a way to escape. You always cut me down like a dreamer's with the grapes. Never mind how I tried to leave you.
You didn't ride any rides, just wanted to go. Oh, you hate rides. Oh.
Oh, I've been so blind, but I know for sure the day will come when you first realize what have you done, and you finally get you that rebate and revenge is served on a cold plate, and you hear the roar of the shutdown when the world will stop without a sound. In a moment you will cry for help, and we only think about ourselves. Oh yeah.
I have a friend that got married last year, and they were kicking around the idea of going to Disney and Universal for their honeymoon. I think they they ended up not doing that and waiting a little bit longer, and they ended up going to somewhere in the Caribbean. I don't remember where it was, but it's like, I mean, I suppose that's probably a better time. It's only 2 hours from you, so you go often. Nice, nice. I mean, you can go often because the weather's 84 degrees in February. Ooh, putting title on the spot. Keep doing that, he won't invite you to Florida. I mean, you should still go to Florida because it's nice there. It really is. It's quite nice. isn't staying straight. Oh well. The interfacing isn't as important for it to be perfect. It ends up going just on the inside of the waistband piece. You'll never see it. It just makes it stiffer, more. It gives it body, so that kind of reinforces that waist area. Go. All right, and cut this out. Should only take half the time cutting this one out, because I only have half the sides to cut. No, not that one. Not blonde girl. Ah. This feels so weird cutting through. I was hearing the cuts on the satin. I don't hear the cuts on this. It's just cutting. Very bizarre. There we go. Sorry, checking in on my brother's race. Sun is coming up. And there's still four wheels on the track. So, the one thing now that I'm concerned about, if I'm cutting out, oh my god, I keep hitting the microphone. That's good stuff right there. If this skirt, does it need to be gathered? Because if it gathers, we're fine. If it doesn't gather, this may not work at all. Could put in gussets. Stitched darts. Oh no, that's for Busey. Thank goodness. No darts. Beauty. It's gonna get very interesting. It does not gather. I could maybe get away with cutting half those extra panels. Because otherwise there's no way it's gonna fit. No way at all. too worried about the notches in the interfacing bit. We're working at the same time, taking care of reservations for next summer. Next summer? Goodness. No, but that's always fun. Making big plans. I should not put that piece away because it has circles on it that I did not mark. Doobie-doobie-doo. It's gonna go on there. I'm gonna need the rotary cutter anymore, and therefore I don't need the rotary mat anymore. No, I am gonna need it. If I'm, yes. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Make up your damn mind, Kate. Okay, find that piece again. Envelope is over here. We already have half of the summer booked. Still going to be working a lot. Oh, nice. So if So I still need two pieces at least that width at the top. That's not even on camera. I need two pieces that width at the top in order to make the waist fit correctly. So I could skinny up It's my grain line. Does this fold in half? If I fold it in half... No, that's not gonna work. Okay, so what I'm wondering out is on this skirt piece. I don't know if this shows up on. Oh yeah, it does. Okay, so my front and my back are going to be symmetrical, right? As it wants it, you've got one piece for your center front, one piece for your center back. And then on either side of that goes one of these for both front and back. And then this is your side seam where those two of these get stitched together. If I make this piece smaller, it's going to shift where the side seam is. And I would probably want to do that symmetrically. So like both of the pieces that I've already cut out that are the full pattern piece size, I'll probably want to put on the front. And then do two pieces more narrow on the back side. I really screwed up when I cut those two front pieces out. I wasn't paying attention to fabric conservation. You're off, Astro? Alright, well you have a good day as well, and I will catch you later. main thing I have to make sure is that up here, at least probably to the hip line, which this doesn't have marked, I need to keep that width. And then I mean, I could probably get away with a little bit of a narrowing. Um, Alternatively, I could go get another fabric, a contrast fabric. What if I did, I know I have a lot more of the brocade that I used for the tunic. So I could do, obviously the front in that, but the two front panels I could do in that brocade. You know what? I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be a crazy person and do that. Alright, cool. So I need to go get that fabric. That is hiding in the other room. So I'm gonna throw you to an ad break real quick. I'm gonna go grab that material and we'll get cracking on that. Okay, I think I like that idea. I hope I like that idea. Oh, I hope it works. It should be fine. So I'll be right back. Alright. Imbic. Thank you. Okay, I looked in the same bin 3 times, couldn't find it. I was like looking at all the bins. I'm like, no, this one definitely isn't it. The fabric is not, there's not enough. These are all tiny pieces. It's got to be here somewhere. Looking through the bin 3 times, finally found it. On top. Alright, so... caffeinate inebriate. Yes. Coffee. Thank you. Cheers. Alright. So now... The downside is I can't cut this one this way, like both, because this is a directional fabric. It'll look obvious if one piece was cut this way and the other is cut this way. So I guess we're gonna cut this one at a time. Nice thing on this one, this is, well, it's still kind of slippery fabric. It's not nearly as slippery as the blue was, so I'm going to, famous last words, say it won't be as big a deal or as problematic, and I'll eat those words probably, but be problematic in a different way. This is just so stinking huge. Are you running with Tony's tag today, Hella? And Tidal? I forgot about it. I think I'll join late. I'm gonna run with Darkhaven here after lunch for a little bit. Darkhaven gets to have Mag Week this week, so new runs on Saturday afternoons, and I haven't gotten to do that with them yet, so I'm gonna try that this afternoon for at least they run for 2 hours, so if everything goes to Tony's plan. Oh, you hate Tony. Oh, okay, well then, never mind. Well, this has to be 19 inches in order to reach. So, that back over here. Oh, okay. It's a joke. I'm sorry. I take things super literal. I'm very... If you tell me there's gullible written on my ceiling, I'm gonna check. Because, that's how I am. I'm gonna try to be there. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna join a little late, probably, because I wanna support the guild on Darkhaven. We just had Dusk and Doc leave without telling anybody until like Thursday or Friday. They went to Sanctum of Rawl, I think. You sent Tony Siege for today. That's right! Oh, yes, I saw that whole thing. Of course. Derp. You wouldn't do that if you hated him. Kate's a dumbass. Well, you might, but most people probably wouldn't. Let's fit over there. Take a seat again. Don't know what time he'll be there. It'll depend if Whoopi invites me to the restaurant or not. Ooh. I mean, restaurants are always good. Do you know what the restaurant is if they do? What kind of food? The one you usually go to is really good. Nice. My friend Kat informed me she got a coupon for, I think it's for appetizers at Texas Roadhouse, which is like a steak place. I mean, it's called Texas Roadhouse. It's it's gonna be big steaks. Pretty good. The drinks are really good. So she and I are gonna have to set up a time to go eat some Texas Roadhouse. It's French semi-gourmet. Ooh. Nice. Probably don't need to be pinning these as like dedicatedly as I am, but whatever, it's fine. It's not gonna move. My finger and thumb are not coordinating right now. Don't want to pick up the pins. Get your crap together, guys. Kate? You cutting this the right way? I am not. I'm cutting it opposite of how I cut it on the tunic. You know, some days I worry about myself. And this is why I need to get back into this, so I like stay sharp on things like this. Sometimes we go to Japanese, but I prefer French. There's not too much choice. Oh, you live in a small town? Sure. Japanese is pretty good too. Are you a sushi person? Sushi liker? I personally, not so much a fan of the sushis. But I do like... Oh, what is it that I get? There's a restaurant here in town that I will get Yamato. And, oh, they've got some yakisoba. I get yakisoba. Super tasty. So, I need you to not be on that cut. Like Sushi Maki, a friend owns the restaurant. Oh, nice. But he's not Japanese, he's from Laos. Oh, well, I mean, it's gotta be similar. We had some Laotian neighbors once. We would smell them cooking. That was the first time I was ever introduced to somebody picking dandelions out of their yard to cook with. I'm like, where's my tape measure? Around my neck still. Right where I left it. So 18 and a half. Okay, so it can be 18 and a half on this side. That will be fine. Maybe 18 and 5/8. 18 and 5/8. That'll be fine. Excuse me. And 5/8. I'm just gonna go off into the selvage a little bit, but it'll get eaten up in the seam allowance, so that will be just fine. Not through the tape. There we go. Shifting. It would have been kind of cool if I'd have known that I was going to mess this up so bad. Then I could have done the center out of this. But then it probably wouldn't show as much. Since the tunic tabard thing goes down in the center. It'd be less contrasted. So I suppose. Happy accidents, right? We make the best of them. me remember when I go to cut out the other piece of this, I need to have the pattern piece upside down. If y'all would be so kind to help me remember that, I would appreciate it. We'll see if I remember. I might remember. Hopefully before I start, like, pinning stuff. Sorry if that made the big camera shake. Didn't mean it. Huge pattern piece. Oh my god. Who's a big pattern piece? Who's a big pattern piece? It's you. I'm gonna ask who's a good pattern piece. Alright, it's you too. It's fine. It's not your fault. It's definitely gonna make that kind of hang a little funky, I'm pretty sure, but should still be okay. Because this has more body to it than the satin does. It's a little heavier feeling, and it's definitely stiffer, more rigid. All right. Just the chair out the way. Zoom. Try to get as much use of the cutting mat as possible, so I have to move it as little as possible. Cut this side. Put the corner here. It's the other corner. Hypotenuse. looks like it goes all the way. And excuse me, chair. Thought I've had for another project eventually when I, get through some more of my projects. I might make a cover for the chair, like a fabric cover. Not at all because I'm like messy and I dump stuff on my blankets and myself when I'm sitting in my chair. No. That's not it at all. Tracking it. That's interesting. Reach. It's all back. So, if you go to drop one of these rotary cutters, and you have it open, like I just did, do not try to catch it. Let it fall. Much like a power tool. You drop it, let it fall. It'll be fine. It'll be more fine than you grabbing it. That was foolish of me for leaving it open. So, real true moral of that story. Don't leave your rotary cutter open when you don't have it in your hand actively cutting. Pro tips with Kate. Long cut. Let's bring that around, maybe. Maybe not. Be fine. 2 more long cuts. Oh, I didn't pin that right there very well. Unless I lost the pin. That's alright. Put another one. Maybe. Oh, we're gonna 6. Pins coming out all over the place. Jeez. Freedom! There's one notch to be cut on this side. You can sit back down again and take out all the pins. And then you get to do it again. But only one more time. Next step is going to be overcasting every one of these edges. I'll just be using the sewing machine to zigzag because both this material and that satin are going to be very prone to fraying out. And the last thing I need is, after having sewn in some seams, to have it eventually fray out, and then the seams don't matter anymore because the fabric has frayed past the seam. Plus it just looks nicer. Aesthetics are important too. Not all material is going to need overcast, but satiny things, heavy woven things, things that are stiff, yeah, all sorts. You need it. Looking at this piece that I should have looked at before to make sure there's no stains on it, like there's on the one piece on the back on the tunic. There is right there. Is that an acceptable level of staining? Barely perceptible. It's fine. Good enough is good enough. Not a great motto, but... Alright, so here's me remembering that this next piece needs to be cut upside down, and it will need to be facing this direction. So much fabric. I think I still, oh yeah, we'll line it up on this side again. Bork Bork. Yes, Nova. I know you're up there. She's been very noisy today. Yeah, you. Woof. Good job, Kate. Drop everything on the floor. It's great. Chi-chi. This side, I think we can do 19 inches. Should be fine. How on earth does that happen? Go from 19 inches, perfectly there. What happens to the grain? Ow. That then twists my pattern piece a bit. I don't like that. It's down here still 19. Yeah? Or you get pinning too much. It's upside down, and we're facing the right direction. Okay. Before I get too committed. Send that way off over the... What? How big is that seam allowance? Not seam allowance, the selvage. Alright, it'll be fine. That's not gonna work at all. Why is that not gonna work? Why? Why though? Why? And now it's running off the edge of the corner of the skirt is running off of the edge of the fabric. So I guess we're 19 and a half, which kind of sounds like the number that I had last time when I was measuring across. Harumph. Just about dumped all my pins on the floor. That would have been fun. Fun, she says. Fun. In an hour and a half, I've gotten a waistband cut out and one skirt piece in an hour and a half. Pull to get this top section to be at 19 and a half also. I don't understand, but whatever. This time, we're good. The very corner is just going into the selvage. I don't know if that's visible. Nope, it's just off camera. That's alright. It is acceptable levels of into the selvage, as opposed to the off the fabric that it was doing the last time. Sorry, getting distracted, checking in again on my, on the race. clean up it much attitude. Get out of your butts. Alright. Hey. This makes me happy that this song is in public domain and therefore it gets to be on this jazzy version of the song. I don't remember what it's called, but let's see. Does this tell me what we're listening to? Dance of the Hours. Right. It's like it's on Fantasia. Change it though now. I've been doing some jazzy stuff. You like the music? It reminds me of Disney. I could go back to it. I had another playlist that I thought that it was gonna like, I don't know, still learning how to use this music program thing. Maybe I need to download things in order to choose when and where to put stuff. I don't know. But it was definitely, I think I'm enjoying it at least as much, if not maybe a little bit more than the happy, upbeat EDM that I had going on before for this stream, so. That thing came out. Come on, Finn, get your crap together. This is closer to the kind of music that I typically would listen to when I'm doing this sort of project. You just, you know, have to be careful with copyrights and stuff. I would love to listen to Trace Bundy while sewing on my stream. Maybe I should see if he's got thing where I could license some of his music. That away. And we bring out the cutting board. One more time. Up this side. And up the far side. Alright. Bottom. This. There. Sit back down again because I can. Now, for really reals, I'm done with the rotary cutter and the rotary mat. And over there. Need to, before I take the pins out, cut my notch. Pin on the floor. Didn't want it anyways. Just kidding, pin. I'll get you here in a minute. Okay, so that is everything cut out. I can put this piece away. Get out of here, piece. So then, yeah, my next step is I'm going to overcast or overlock, zigzag over the edges with the sewing machine. I'm gonna send y'all to a 3-minute commercial break while I do a bio and get the machine moved and set up. It hasn't been turned on in a couple of weeks, so like several weeks. So we'll see if it plays nice. That's going to be a lot of moving on my part, and perhaps some ads will be more entertaining than me moving around, not doing much, grunting and cursing at a machine. So I will be right back. Alright. Yay! And good news, the machine, it works! So, or it works, it turned on. It turned on. That's, we got that going for me. So for the next however long it takes me to get through this bit, I have all of the pieces except the waistband because I don't really think I'm gonna need to overlock the waistband because I will be ironing that interfacing piece to it, which basically is going to keep the fraying from happening. It has glue on it, it's going to glue that fabric together. So, parts you can't see is that I'm setting up the machine to do zigzag, and we want a wide zigzag, and we want a long zigzag. We want a little longer than it is. All right. So now the thing is just don't get too bored and just keep stitching. So yay, here we go. Maybe, there it is. The color of my thread doesn't really matter so much on this. No, I wonder. I could turn that camera. I'll let you guys tell me. Do you want me to like turn off this big camera real quick so I can turn it so you can see me sewing? Or do you want me to just move it? It's gonna get moved either way, but like I don't want to make anybody nauseous by moving that camera. Because I don't think I'm gonna be doing much else on this bit of the table the rest of today. If I can just... It's okay? Okay. Turn it this way. This is gonna be the hard part. Cranking it. There we go. Just move it over here. There you go. Sewing machine. Isn't she pretty? Well, that's good to know. Eventually, I would like another camera to be on the sewing machine anyways, so I just need to get around to getting a camera, getting something to put the camera on. One. So I'm gonna do this technique, if you will. It's called chain stitching. So instead of like turning the corner and going all the way around this piece, I'm just gonna go to the next piece. I could turn the corner and go all the way around. I guess it wouldn't really matter, but Oh, soon. Alright. Easy. This fabric is still so pretty. Oh, I love it so much. Just wish I hadn't wasted it. See, this one's already beginning to fray out. It's a little visible. Looks a little fuzzy right there. The satin doesn't look like it's fraying too badly, but the brocade is absolutely going to be Free City. Alright, so that's all of the skirt pieces. So now we go back to the first skirt piece and do up one of the other sides now. This is skirt piece number 1. I'll just go ahead, snip it apart. And I don't remember how much thread is in my bobbin. That'll be interesting to see when I lose that. Not a big deal, but maybe before next, well, I'm gonna have to fill a new bobbin because when I go to actually put this together, I'm going to want darker thread. Because the thread isn't always gonna show, but it could show a little bit in the seams. This, what I'm doing now, it's not going to show at all. So it really doesn't matter. I could be using neon pink thread for all anybody would care. You'll never see it once it's all put together. But for the seams, just in case, it's good to use similar thread. I'm not gonna go get like navy blue or royal blue or whatever this color blue is, but I'll probably use, I think, did I already pick out? I've got some dark gray, and gray is a good one. Gray will blend with anything. A light gray if you've got lighter fabric, dark gray if you've got a darker fabric. Good morning, Grimlash. How are you? Oh, what happened to my music? It's all done? Wow, how about that? Why it stop? Okay, we're going back to the top and restarting that because when music stop? I thought it was kind of quiet. Yeah, I'm like, wait, I mean, I know I've got it turned down a little bit on in my headphones, but like, and the machine makes some noise, but dang, not that much. Still learning the music app thing, so. So I kind of made a boo-boo. Uh-oh. In cutting out this skirt, I didn't did not allow for enough fabric. Yeah, it's not the hat this time. It's on deck. What's on deck? So I am working on Game of Thrones. We're doing basically this tunic dress skirt. I'm working on the skirt that's white right now. The tunic is hanging out on, which way do I need to go for you to see that? Over here. There it is. Hanging out on the dress form back here. I still need to finish doing a couple things on it. All hand sewing. But, so yeah, the tunic is done. The skirt is a very full skirt, and I would have had enough of this beautiful blue satin stuff if I'd have paid attention when I cut out the two pieces that were on the fold and not put them actually on the fold that came with the fabric. So what I decided I'm gonna end up doing is so if we use on mirrors and camera. So the skirt, it's 6 pieces, 2 center cut pieces, one for the front, one for the back, and then 2 on each side, both for front and back. So there's 2 of these side panels for the front, 2 of the side panels for the back. I had enough, I cut out the center panels and 1 set of the 2. And this is kind of a fitted skirt. It doesn't have any gathering, so I have to have all 6 pieces in order for it to fit. Exactly. No. So what I ended up doing was I still have tons of the brocade that the tunic is made out of. So I made 2 of the panel pieces, 2 of the side panel pieces, the ones that are for the front, are going to be of this brocade. So when it's all together, the tunic will be on top. Most of the skirt's going to be blue, but with 2 side panels at the front in the brocade as well. It's not like perfect ideal, but improvisation. You do what you can with what you got and what you did, and you just make do. So I think it's going to be fine. I think it's going to look really good. So I finally got everything all cut out, and now we're just making sure that nothing frays. And then probably next week we'll actually get to putting things together. You have to create a new costume for Ren Fair. I've officially retired Grimlash the Executioner and creating a brand new character. Ooh, so you might message me for some ideas. Sweet. I saw your post about the books for your research that you got in. That's pretty nifty. I think that's a fun thing to do. I remember you saying to kind of bridge the gap between the nobility and the fairies. Is that right? Am I remembering correctly? Yep, perfect. That's gonna be so fun. And very you. There needs to be something to connect the 2 courts. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's a relationship, I guess, that just, hasn't really been developed much. I think it might help with somewhat of a rift and disconnection that always seems to be there. Right, yes, because we see them at the parade, but we don't really, we never really interact. What did I do with my snips? There they are. Make everyone play nice together. Exactly. Next. Oops. Might have an opportunity to dust off your Luna Lovegood costume if you might have an interest. Oh yeah? Ooh, you know, I still have like the bits that make Luna. I don't have the that green sweater anymore. But what's that? Always interested to hear. And no promises, of course. But might be bringing in the actress as fair guest. Ooh, at some point. Still lots of things in the work. Fun. Maybe some people used a time turner. It went back to the Renaissance-y times. So for anyone lost, my friend here, Grimlash, and I, we've done Renaissance festivals here in Omaha. We've done pirate festivals here in Omaha, and we're both have done some Harry Potter characters. He's a magnificent Dumbledore, and I got to play Luna for a little bit, a couple times. That was a good time. We have an amazing Dolores Umbridge. The actress is super sweet, very kind lady. She makes an creepy, amazing Dolores Umbridge. We have a fantastic Snape and Trelawney. Dead Ringer for McGonagall, just phenomenal. Now it's been a little while since I've played with y'all. I don't remember. I don't know if everybody that I'm listing are still part of it. we go. Almost there. Oh, I completely skipped both sides on this one. How about that? Oops. No! Why are you eating my fabric? No, eat my fabric. Not on this cast, but you and any of your combat fencing groups doing anything at Ren Fair this year? Uh, we're hoping so. I mean, we haven't been approached yet officially, but I do know that that's often something that happens more in like February, March, getting all finalized. So, I mean, if Howard says, come on guys, then yeah, absolutely, we're on board. Will I be there? Probably at least one day, because it's always a good time to hang out at the fair. And we'll be doing our same old lessons. Maybe the kids game. Like, we did the kids game a little bit last year, but we really didn't need to so much because we just had a constant stream of people wanting to do the lessons, so that was pretty cool. Second weekend theme is Celtic romance, always. First weekend theme could be interesting. Vikings! That, yeah, very interesting. I'm glad to see they're kind of branching out a little bit, because, I don't know, yeah, that's new. That's cool. And there's a lot of people that I see come as, like, barbarians and Vikings and such. Fully understanding that I know Vikings and barbarians are very different things. But that certainly does open it up to a little bit different crowd. It's more of a it's more of a twig than a branch. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, but at least they're doing something a little different. Which is always a risk. You do something that stays the same, everybody knows what they're getting every time. But you risk getting people bored and burned out. For most of these, I'm on to the last last edge. Stop eating my fabric. Thank you. Ooh, I can tell it is lunchtime. Just have to decide, is it a Hot Pocket lunch or a Progresso soup lunch? I mean, I see no bad choice there at all. Here's the piece I neglected. It gets a nice long edge now. Done. That's a center front, or back. That's a centerpiece. And this is, no, this one? this one. There we go. This one is a side piece. Oh, nope, this one's a centerpiece also. The notch has got a little chewed into, but that's alright. This is a side piece. This is a side piece that I still need to do the top on. Or the waistband, whatever. And that completes my overcasting. Or overlocking. Overcast, overlock, same thing. Zigzagging. Finishing off the edges. Alright. 4 side pieces. 2 front and 2 back. Oh, 1 front, 1 back. And the sewing machine didn't shut off the entire time. I don't know what his problem was, like the last however many episodes it was. Like, it would invariably, like, not shut off, but my LCD screen would clear out, blank out, and then it wasn't working anymore. Didn't do that a single time. Yes. Okay. Where are we at? We are... Oh, now you jinxed it. Yeah, but I don't think I'm gonna need it the rest of this time. I've got 20 more minutes. I'm gonna go do the ironing thing before I start trying to put this actually together. So the machine gets to go back over here, and I will probably move the camera back to where it was. Hey, awesome, good morning. How are you? Nice to see ya. Are you, getting all the mag bags? That's probably what I'm gonna go do. That is what I'm gonna go do after I get lunch. Stuck on the cord. Why am I stuck on the cord? Let go. Thank you. Let's get started on stuff. Talk to you later. Alright, have a good day, Grimlash. Thank you for hanging out with me for a little bit. Not yet, you're just waking up. Fair enough, fair enough. You were up all night. Or for a while, at least. Let me... Yeah. I'll keep turning around to check and see the chat. I apologize, because now my back is going to be to the chat for a bit. Does it still have water in it? Nope. Sorry. I don't need a whole lot of water, but just enough. Just enough to get the steam going. It's just gonna evaporate anyways. Well, you missed it, awesome. I messed up. But it's alright. I came up with a solution that I think I'm gonna be happy with. Last time when I was cutting out the skirt, right, out of that dark blue material, I absolutely did not leave enough material to cut out the last 2 pieces. And I was thinking, well, that should be okay. I'll just make the skirt not be as full, no big deal. Except that those two pieces are important to the waistline. If I don't have those two pieces, the thing doesn't fit. Also, if I don't have those two pieces, the side seams are going to be all jacked up. So, and there was absolutely no way I was going to get those two pieces out of what I had left of the blue. So, I knew I had plenty of the brocade that I made the tunic out of, so we're just going to put 2 panels of the brocade into the skirt in the side front. And that'll fix all of the problems as far as sizing goes and fullness. It may be a little bizarre. They're 2 very different feeling fabrics, different textures, but we're gonna make it work. It's gonna be fine. And then it's also, like, obviously it goes with that tunic because it's going to be the same material. So, that was my crisis first thing this morning. Alright, so there's the waistband. And so pretty and shiny. Trim this off. So then, yeah, the rest of this so far today has been cutting out those pieces. The brocade is directional, like one directional, as opposed to the silk or the satin. Let's bring this back over here. The satin that has no direction to it, so it doesn't matter which way I cut it. So I had to cut each of those last 2 pieces one at a time. And so that's why I've kind of gotten almost nothing done, it seems, today. I'm not much further along than I started, except that I really, really am. Just doesn't seem like it. Not on paper, anyways. I'll let that cool back down a little bit before I hit that with the iron. Oh. Are you coming and playing on Tony's squad today? Exactly. What can you do? You roll with the punches. You got family stuff today? Fair enough. I know I'm gonna be late. I'm gonna run with New. They do it'll be at 1 o'clock Central, with a group that's usually in a different, I don't know, a group that doesn't get to play their normal 8 o'clock or whatever, 7 o'clock reset or whatever. So I'm gonna go do that for a couple hours. Stream it? I mean, maybe. Yeah, maybe. But Mag will see, right? But dude, last night was so good. We wiped once to Mag. We wiped once to FA. So in 2 hours, we just... Oh, it was so good. Such good fights. Such good fights. And there wasn't too much... like, the people we were fighting didn't seem to be super toxic about anything. There was no siege thrown on bodies and stuff. And they kept coming back to fight, so, like, that was cool. Darkhaven chat was being very disappointing. I eventually turned the team chat off. Because... drama. And I didn't need to see it because, hey, I just have to do what my commander tells me, right? So, like, I kept squad chat on, say chat on, guild chat on, and party chat on. Everything else, they can whine and complain and argue with each other all they want. Doesn't need to affect my chill. But yeah, I might stream it. And yes, I would put they request as new requests. We put a delay on any streams that we do. So yeah, I might make this be a stream day. and then just keep streaming when I jump over into Tony's. Not to steal his thunder or anything. I don't know, did he say if he was streaming his? Yeah, focus on the fun. That's what I figure. Like, what are you gonna do? It's one more week, and then everything gets thrown up in the air. Not sure it's a cafe, right? Like, yeah, he might. But yeah, if you're not having fun, that's kind of where I've gotten with some of the people that are in our little group chat. I'm like, if you're not having fun, then why are you playing? Like, I get not having a good time every now and then, but it's just constant sometimes with some people, like, just whining about, like, everything's not fair and something needs to be done about the other people and everything. I'm like, well, first fix yourself, because probably there's nothing wrong with the other people. I don't know. It's frustrating, and I just want to have a good time, and I want everybody else to have a good time, and I feel like the loss of those two big guilds on Darkhaven are definitely going to be felt. There's no way that it's not going to be felt, but hey, we did what we could. We had a good time. And again, like, what are you going to do? You can't change it unless they decide to come back, but that's their choice, not mine, not anybody else's. I'm not going to badmouth them. They had their reasons for going. It's all good. Just not ironing out very well. Turn the heat up a little. The heat is on! Yeah, 10 minutes. 10 minutes I can probably get these ironed out and looking so nice. So very, very nice. In 10 minutes. Significantly nicer looking than that one. So much nicer looking. What's problematic now? Over my shoulder. Maybe if I put the cord over my shoulder, I won't snag it on my arm so much. So looking forward, next week we'll start actually putting these pieces together. Still haven't decided what I'm going to do about the zipper. I really don't want to put a zipper in. I already put a zipper in one thing. I want to put this other zipper in. I think I can make this work without putting a zipper in it. I'll just put like a hook and eye. Should probably just put the zipper in. But that will require me going and getting a zipper, because I'm quite certain I do not have an appropriately weighted and lengthed zipper. almost got this piece. These wrinkles are pretty hard baked in here. Right. Another side piece. Yes, I will need the... So on these poly fabrics, I probably have my iron set a little higher than it ought to be, but I use a thing that's just nylon pressing cloth as a barrier between my iron and the fabric. So I know the, especially here in the brocade, the gold or the metallic fabric or threads in here kind of stick on my on the iron. I remember that from the tunic part. So it's nice to use just a little bit of a barrier. Give some protection to both the material and the iron. That way if the material does kind of start to melt a little bit, it doesn't melt onto the iron, which is a mess. Ask me how I know. It's absolutely not because I've done that before. In fact, I think there's maybe still, yeah, there's still a little bit of residue on it from, I don't remember what the fabric was, but might have been a trim actually. The brocade just irons out so nicely. Like you would never know that there had been a very hard crease right through here. Oh, but that's still a little... Let's give that another hit across the bottom. So then wrapping this up, let me just go over kind of my schedule. I might stream today. I'm not going to hold myself to it, but I might stream some Guild Wars here this afternoon in a little while. Excuse me. And then otherwise, the next guaranteed time I will be streaming is going to be this coming Wednesday. I again stream Guild Wars 2, the World v World Wednesday, Maguma edition, against the infamous Maguma. That'll be 7:30 a.m. Central to 10:30 or 10:15-ish Central. AM, yeah, AM. We do general roaming shenanigans and guild missions. We'll see how those guild missions go. They reset, I think, tomorrow, so I'll find out tomorrow what kind of things we're up against and if we're gonna just ignore that and just PPT. And then I'll be back again next Saturday morning, 9 o'clock to noon Central. And we'll be working on some more on this skirt. I think most of it's gonna go together pretty quick. it's a lot of long seams, a lot of pinning those long seams, and then whatever I decide to do about the zipper, and putting the waist in, and hemming it. Oh, hemming it's gonna be fun too. That's okay, I have a dress form that has a thing for hemming. Ow. News alert. Freshly ironed fabric is hot. In case you didn't know. God help us, right? May the Six watch over you. Spirits of the wild are not impressed. All good. Yeah. I think that's gonna still be a pretty decent, oh, there's the notch. So that will be the side seam, so it's gonna sit that way. I think that's still gonna be okay. I'm sure. It's gonna be fine. We're just gonna own it. This is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be amazing. And if anybody asks later, I'll be like, yeah, of course I planned it that way. Isn't it cool? And then I will admit, well, actually, I messed up. But hey, again, improvise. Do what you can with what you got. If you made a mistake, and you can't just go buy more fabric, which, yeah, I doubt I'd be able to find this fabric anymore. Probably something similar, but not this fabric. You do your best. Ironing out this center fold is gonna be it's gonna be a trick and a half. Might need to use some best press on it. Bork, bork. Bork, bork, Nova, bork, bork. There's face the center, either front or back. One more, one more. It's noon. Yeah, I'll be wrapping this up here pretty quick. We're just about there. But it would be a shame to not finish this bit, right? Yeah. Bork, bork, bork. I don't know if my microphone picks that up. She's been very unsettled last couple of days. That's the neighbor's dog upstairs. She always barks at me when I come home, but I know when my food delivery has gotten here because I'm barking at them. I scared her last night. She was at my bedroom window when I went to bed eating snow off of the window cover. And I opened the shade just a little bit because, well, to be honest, she kind of scared me too because I'm like, what is out there? Oh, it's the dog. And so I opened it enough to let some light out, and she kind of jumped a little bit and looked at me and then ran inside. It's like, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, dog. Why are you even outside? Go to bed. Woof. Woof, woof. Bork, bork. Alright, and there's my centerpiece on that one. Yay! I could probably use another hit with the iron later, but yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. No worries. Alright, thank you so much everybody for hanging out with me today. I wonder if there's somebody to raid. Nobody that I follow is streaming any crafting, sewing stuff. Let's see. Browse. No. Where's the makers and crafting? Come on, Twitch. Help me out. Not just chatting. It really doesn't like its makers and crafting tag, does it? Search tags. Sewing? Oh look, Sew About Saturday is live. Ooh, that looks like it could be fun. Let's go check out Chase Crafts. How long has she been streaming on here? Does it tell me how long it's been live? It does not. Okay. We're gonna, well, let me just double check and make sure she's like right there. Chase Crafts. Crafter of all varieties. Cool. Let me get past the ad here. And where is here's my raid button. Raid.
Like, why the socks? The socks were the best freaking part. Come on.
Yeah, she looks pretty cool.
That's not true. I still love her.
There we go.
But I also don't go shopping anymore.
Alright, once again, everybody, thank you so much for chilling with me. Have a great day, and I will catch you all either later this afternoon, Wednesday, or next Saturday. Take care.
My feet are small. They're not like kid size. The way they fit around the ankle and everything. Everything about these